Hello, I'm Dr. Jason from Carolina Value Pet Care, and today I'd like to help you better understand dog dewormings. So, one of the biggest questions I get is just how do dogs even get worms? Well, originally they actually get them from their moms. So, right around the time they're being born, some of these worms they can actually hide in the mom's kind of body. And as the stress of going through the pregnancy and getting ready to give birth, some of those worms can kind of become active again. So now they're going to get shed to the baby either directly while it's in the womb or can actually get some through the milk, those little worms. So that's why we give all of our puppies and kittens, we give them a deworming medication when they first come in. So how else can they get them? If it's not from mom and they're a little bit later on in life, they can actually get it from outside. So there's little tiny, tiny, tiny little eggs out there that we can't even see. They're microscopic. And if any dog had intestinal worms, they could actually pass some of these eggs out into the soil. Now our poor little dog walks around, maybe fits it on their little paw somewhere. They go to groom themselves. Well, now they've accidentally ingested it, and then we can actually get those worms to grow up into their intestines. So, what might be some signs you might notice with your pet if they did have some intestinal parasites or worms? At first, you're probably not even going to notice anything. They'll be in there, we can't even tell. As we get more and more of them, though, sometimes those worms are going to be eating our dog's own nutrition. So our dog won't be able to get all the stuff that they're eating anymore because the worms are kind of stealing it from them. So you may start noticing them losing a little bit of weight. They may have some GI upset like vomiting and diarrhea. So we may see that as well. Very rarely, they can actually go to other places in the body too. So it's really important to take care of them before they cause any other harm. So another question I hear people asking, well, if my pet gets it, is there any concern of for myself getting it or anybody in my family? Unfortunately, it's very, very rare, but it is possible. Roundworms that we can see, those little eggs can come out. We can accidentally ingest it if we touch some poop and didn't clean our hands thoroughly. We could actually get those eggs into our own system. They can travel throughout our body, doing things on our skin or even through our eyes or something too. It's really weird. Like I said, not very common, but it is possible. Hookworms is another one. We can actually get their little immature forms out in the soil. And if we're walking around barefoot, they can actually absorb right into our skin too. So always a better idea to making sure our pets are properly dewormed so we never have to worry about any of those signs to them or to us. If you ever have any concern that something was going on with yourself and you thought it might have been from one of your pets, that's definitely something you could speak to your own physician about. With our own pets, though, we just try to keep them on a deworming kind of schedule. So, as puppies and kittens, we give them dewormers, and then as they get older, we may check for intestinal parasites, or if you're at a full service clinic, they'll probably do some of those samples and look under the microscope. We can do things just by giving them some of these deworming medications. Some of them are orally, some are injectable, some are topical. It really just depends on the situation, how we'll treat those different things. So, ask us about it if you have any concerns. We're making sure you're on a good intestinal parasite control so you don't have to worry about all of these issues. All right. If you have any questions and you want to look up any more information, take a look at our website, www.carolinavaluepetcare.com, and all of our schedule and the upcoming calendar will also be on there for our new clinics showing up. Thank you very much.